Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Man All the Way Dress Page. Come to you live on YouTube. Well, as you know, we only have a few more days left of Black History Month, and as you know, I've been doing a lot of comparisons of black women in the sport of bodybuilding. But my next three comparisons are going to be between three of the Miss Olympias, and that is Linda Murray, Iris Kyle, and Andrea Shaw. And the reason why I'm doing this is because all three of these ladies are from the great state of Michigan. Yes, most notably, as you know, it's because it's just one of these. It's just almost perfect, and it's gonna be called the Battle of the Miss Olympias, and the first one's gonna be right here versus it's gonna be Volume One, and it's gonna be between Linda Murray and Iris Kyle. As you know, Linda and Iris have competed against each other, and this is what makes this work so great because some of the pictures I could find was so easy. It's easy just to find some pictures of them on the stage together. Some of the other stuff I had to put together, but it was just great to put this one together. And and both these ladies was just they set records. Iris, actually Linda was the first to break Corey Evenson's record for the most wins, and her first time out to win Miss Olympia. And Iris being the winningest Olympian in history, man or woman, having won 10 titles and also winning titles in Miss International. So, and that's a record that's going to be next to impossible to break. You know, it's just going to be, I agree, it's going to be next impossible to break. So, anyway, just goes to always a little picture right here. And they just had great physiques, great impressive ladies. Just a little free forming start here. And just admire them, just how great they were. This is like about different stages. I think it's like Linda around about 2002, 2003, and I think Iris about maybe 20, 2006, 2007. But right here, this is also Linda around 2000, no, I think 96, and this is just a good lat spread. And Linda's shoulders are just amazing. She's just broad. And this is Iris, and I think this is I believe at the at the end Miss International. And here I have to give this to really have to give it to Linda. Linda's shoulders were just amazing, and that's why I think it was around 95 when she won. That's when she broke when she tied Corey for the record for Miss Olympia with 6 wins. And this is where Iris, I think that year when Iris didn't do too well I think that was her last Miss International. I think that was her seventh Miss International title. Right here is a double bicep. This is them both on stage together. And, this was I believe at, the 2002, 2000, yeah, this was in the Hayward division. As you know, back then, they competed for you used to remember there was the weight classes. So, you had you had the lightweight division, you had the heavyweight division. Right here, you had Corey versus, you had Linda versus Iris in the heavyweight division. And I think here I would have to give it to Linda. That's why she was able to win if in face Julia Bergman for the title. But like I said, you can see how Iris was coming along. She has a great physique, a great body. Right here is a back. This was, I think, from about 2004, I believe. And the thing is, Iris's hair is in the way, and she should have put into it in a bun. And I would say you can see the details and more detail in Linda's back. So I have to give this one to Linda. Now here is a double back, uh, a double bicep rear. And if you really look closely, you can see that how Iris is here on the right. You can see kind of like her back kind of sunk in a little bit, while with Linda, it's more, you can see more the definition in hers. And this is where, truthfully, where Linda was dominant in that year. That's I think that was around 23. Yeah, I believe it was around 23 or maybe 22. And Linda, she did pretty good, and this was a great, her condition was great. And that's why she came back, returned, and that's what she earned her seventh or her eighth Miss Olympia title. Here is a tricep, right tricep, and I'm debating here on the details, the length. Um, I might have to give this one to Linda. You know, if I could find more, but I should look for more up close picture of for Iris. But I think I'm giving this one to Linda. Linda had a little more detail in this one in her shoulders. You can see the cut right here on the above the upper tricep. And Linda looks pretty good. I mean, Iris looked pretty good, but I think that was the year where she was kind of like off a little bit. Right here is side chest, and like I said before, the thing with side chest is since both of them have implants, you can't really see much detail as you should. But I think here, if you look really close, I think I might give this one to Iris. I think I see more styration, more definition in her chest than I do with Linda's. And I think I will give her the side chest a bit. She has great chest development. Like I said, Linda, like I said, Iris that year was coming up a little bit. She was really had promise. Here is abdominals and thighs, or just abdominals, I'm gonna say. And I would say honestly, Iris has great abs. Great abs. She has washboard abs. She has abs that, if you put her in a big tub and get some water and you can wash your laundry on them. I mean, Linda's pretty good, but I think this one here, Iris is just this was I think was the last Miss International back in 2013, and Iris is just impressive. I mean, just impressive. I just like I said again, I love a great set of abs. They are a centerpiece of any physique. Here's just some free posing, and I like this pose. So I like this one with Iris, and this one's pretty good with Linda. It's pretty impressive. Bicep, a little throwback here, and here I might have to give it a bit to Linda. Linda is pretty impressive, and this was like about I think about 92, 93. As you know, Linda, she just this is the reason why she was so dominant the good part of the 90s. You know, and here it's just nice little, like I call, like cupcake. There's cupcake poses that's more for models, but this is called beefcake. These ladies are beefcake. They're sexy ladies, great muscles, great bodies. Look at the same photographer by the look of it. You can look at the background, and it look pretty good. I like this picture. And here is let's a nice glute shot. You know, Linda looks a little bit more, a little softer here. It's a little bit more off-season look. Um, Iris looks more tight. If you going by tightness, I think I'm getting this one to Iris. Iris is more tight, in the glutes, and a little bit more, more definition. Linda looks a little more rounder, a little bit more, as you might say, effeminate looking, and like I said, Iris has more of the tight glute look that you want, like we on stage. And here, just nice little, little posing. I think, Iris is the thinker, and this is a classic one. This is from the, if you, there's a book called The Women that came back around the 90s, and this was it was a book that featured a lot of female bodybuilders, and and Linda was in it, and just I always want to find that book. I know somewhere it was a book that was done by Bill Dobbins. And this is a nice pic. You see a very sensual. And I think this was also from the right here with Linda. I think also that's from the book The Women. And this here with the iris with the in the red. And I think this thing about it. Red just fits perfectly with certain, especially with black skin. Like I mean, I said about Diane Cadot a while back when she wears red, it just sometimes just make her skin just pop with her skin and her complexion. And this is the same thing with both with Iris and Linda. They just both chocolate women, and this just works so perfectly with their complexion. And this is here, just them at the, I think it was with the 2002 Olympia, and they both were great physiques, great great classic look to them. I mean, and these women changed the face of bodybuilding. Bodybuilding hasn't really been the same, since after the 2000s and since the 90s. And these are the women who changed it. And to me, no matter what anybody says about the feminine versus the masculine thing, These were great athletes in their time. And even today, there's still great women. As we know, Iris is going to come back last year at 2020 Miss Olympia, but she had to drop out because of illness. And she's hoping, and she's like I said, I follow her. I even reached out to her, and she's hoping she might want to come back again because I know she's competitive. And with the return of Miss Olympia, she really wants to try to set a record. Maybe get 11 Miss Olympias under her belt. As you remember, Corey, sorry, Linda came back and she set a record, and now that record has been broken by Iris, and Iris wants to, set that record so when no one else can surpasses it. And Linda, as you know, now she has become a she's executive with Wings of Strength. She has done has a couple of shows on her belt, with the Norfolk Pro, the Savannah Pro. I think also she's supposed to have a show in Detroit also. I hope she might have it this year once the pandemic settles down, whatever else. But like I said, these are great women, and I don't have to do that bending of the time continuum because we did have that. We had it in 2002, 2003, and 2004. They both compete against each other. So there was no need to me to go through the whole bending of the time space continuum thing because this actually happened. These women have went head to head each other, and with truthfully, with Linda coming to better over Iris twice, and then with Iris defeating Linda in 2004, and then surpassing Linda with 10 Miss Olympias. So these are great legends. These women have set the bar when it came to Miss Olympia. And, this is just, like I said, this is a part of my volume one of the Battle of Miss Olympias. So, yeah, in a couple of days, you will see volume two. And then at the end, we will finish with volume three. So this is your man, All the Rage, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding. Like, don't like, subscribe, so subscribe. I'm out.